pay jizya because of rejecting the truth.
But does the Quran say to be humble?
To be belittled is not the reason. The verse says, let me tell you.
What does the Quran say? That's
Let me
what
tell
I'm
you.
asking.
It's not about to be belittled. It says while you are belittled. There's difference to be belittled.
Where does it say while?
Wahum. Do you know wahum saghirun means? Wahum means saghirun, while they are belittled. It's not, you reading the English version, translation, is not accurate.
Okay, that's fine.
Not all the time in Arabic.
So if I go to Ibn Kathir is
in
going
Arabic,
to say the same to you.
You're not getting the. I'm telling you the meaning.
Is Ibn Kathir
the
wrong?
Meaning.
Is Ibn Kathir wrong?
Are you getting the meaning first?
I understand what you're
I'm
saying.
telling you the meaning of the verse of the Quran.
Ibn Kathir
That's
wrong?
his opinion, it can be. But I'm telling you the verse of the Quran, it doesn't say you pay jizya to be belittled. It says because you rejected the truth, you're paying jizya.
Show me which words is wahum. Just so
Yeah, wahum saghirun. I can give you the same verse similar as this one in the Quran. Allah said in the Quran, chapter. Let me give you another chapter.
So could you just for my benefit on Google Translate?
It's not to be belittled, the reason.
Yeah.
The reason is you rejected the truth. Read the context in the beginning.
The meaning of saghirun, that means
Saghirun. Now, by rejecting the truth, he's humiliated. Yes, wahum, they are already. Wahum means they are already belittled. But he said to be belittled is wrong.
have the debate about Israel and Palestine.
No, wait, please. No, I'm not. Yeah, we talked about
It's okay. I'll quickly do this.
So now you understand. You got wrong that bit. And also, you talked about slavery in the Quran.
So,
you talked about jizya.
Wahum.
Yeah,
Is that word wahum?
Yeah, wahum.
So why does it say delusion there? Like
No, it's wrong. The meaning is wrong. It doesn't say the accurate word. I told you in Arabic.
So I've just
I've
literally copied this word.
Can I tell you one thing?
Yeah.
In Arabic, it's difficult to translate to another language word by word.
So wahum is that
Word by word, you get lost. So the verse here, wahum saghirun, means while they are belittled. But do you know Arabic grammar? There is lamul illa. Do you know lamul illa? Arabic grammar, there is lamul illa. Lamul illa means the reason you are doing this or the reason you're getting punished. It says li. لِيُدَافِعُوا, like لِيُدَافِعُوا, so they may protect. So the word doesn't say li. The verse doesn't say li, to be belittled. Allah already said they are already belittled by rejecting the truth. It's like another verse in the Quran. Allah said in chapter 40, Allah said, let me finish. Okay, in chapter 40, Allah said, وقال ربكم ادعوني استجب لكم ان الذين يستكبرون عن عبادتي سيدخلون جهنم داخرين. Is it to be belittled or they're already belittled? They are already belittled by rejecting the truth.
I like being sincere, I like being honest. So what I did.
So jizya in the Old Testament, you pay jizya as well in the Old Testament. You kill children. Last time you accused me for killing children, the Battle of Khaybar.
Listen, because I do want to do Israel.
Okay,
I'm conceding the point. So
chapter 1, Samuel, verse 15 to 3. Okay, you kill children, monkeys, donkeys, sheep, animals, cattle, children, innocent.
So what I've done, I've went to every single translation, and you're right. There are translations which say while.
Thank you.
So what I'm going to do,
okay.
I like being transparent.
Yeah, thank you.
Because there are translations that say while, I want to go read, and I want to read the tafsir on people who are using the word while.
Thank you.
I believe. I haven't read that.
Thank you.
I've now read some.
Because
translations that agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Who've used the same translations.
Yes.
Which means what you're saying will be a tradition within Islam.
Yes.
So while Ibn Kathir may not say the same as you,
yes,
there will be other tafsir that maybe agree with you. And
but I'm saying the meaning of the word. No, the word itself. I'm giving you the meaning of the word itself. وَهُمْ صَاغِرُونَ, while they are belittled. It's not to be belittled. There's no lamul illa grammar, Arabic grammar. When we are saying the reason, Allah said liyudafi'u, so they may defend Islam. Liyudafi'u Islam. Let's say example, they are doing da'wah to defend Islam. Liyudafi'u anil Islam. The lamul illa is there. The reason is lamul illa. There's no lamul illa there. Wahum saghir, you're already belittled by rejecting the truth.
For the camera.
And you paying jizya. And one thing I forgot.
Then I do want to do Israel Palestine.
Okay.
But for the camera. For anyone who follows my debates, follows what I do, they know my interest. I'm interested in haqq. I'm interested in emet. I'm interested in truth.
Okay.
And all the tafsir I've read have said what I've said, and what's happened to most of the Jews living under the Khulafa is in line with what I'm saying. However, if there is an authentic tradition which supports what you're saying, I would much happier.
I'm giving you the meaning of the word. The meaning of the word.
I would be happy to provide a more balanced account. So and it's my word on this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go away and I'm going to read.
Brother, give it to you.
I'm going to
Okay.
read to see which bit, and if you've got any tafsir,
Okay, I can
read,
give you
which will
clear verse.
support-
I can give you the context from the verse itself.
So I get all that.
You know
I
what Allah said? Okay, let me
But
explain to you.
2 seconds, and then I do
Okay.
want to do Israel-Palestine. There's loads
Okay.
of cameras have appeared, and I actually,
Okay.
I've not got long, and
Okay.
I need content for my channel, not just
Okay, no
not just the
problem.
Dawah channels.
Okay.
And if anyone wants to talk Israel and Palestine,
Okay, okay, doesn't
if
matter.
anyone wants to
Doesn't
talk
matter,
Israel,
doesn't matter. We
happy
talked
to
about
talk
that,
Israel.
don't worry.
But what my concern, the only reason I talk about Islam is when it either positively or negatively impacts the Jewish people. My interest is Jewish survival. I'm not
Okay.
interested in changing your views and converting you
Okay.
to Judaism. I'm not interested in being convinced to join.
Do you know-
Islam.
do you
But
know-
what I am interested in is when it's either helped or hindered the Jewish people. That's the only reason I'm here.
Okay.
And if there is a tradition
Yeah.
which supports what you're saying,
Yeah.
and I can see what you're saying, it's sincere.
Yeah.
I've gone to translations which
Yeah.
literally translate as you've translated.
Yeah.
Then I want to read those traditions, and I want to see if I can find positive. A positive tafsir which I can go to, and more importantly,
tafsir, the verse itself says that.
But more importantly, if I can find.
Okay, which one comes first? Let me explain to you one thing.
Can I just
Which
finish
one
my
comes
point, and then
first?
you can-
Okay, okay.
And then what I want to do is find different khulafa
Yeah.
who've applied what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because I would much rather spread messages of peace and unity between Jews
Yeah.
than division. When
Yeah.
we're arguing it's division, and a lot of the content on my channel is division, I
Yeah.
would rather put a positive. So if I can find khulafa
Yeah.
which are applying what you're saying, that's a positive for me. That's not a negative.
Okay,
So I'm going to go away with.
Okay.
And if you can give me anyone that I can read for, so I've read Ibn Kathir, I read very
Yeah,
people when
okay.
I'm going. But if you can help me find someone, you can help
Yeah.
me find khulafa.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah, I'll be very grateful.
Okay, let me explain to you two things now.
But
Okay, no, the verse, no, I'm not doing Palestine and
No,
Israel.
no, not with you,
No,
but with someone
I'm saying,
else.
no, I'm saying, first of all, wait, please,
He has to go.
please
I
wait,
want
please
Khilafah or
wait, please wait,
Khilafah?
please wait. No, please don't say that. Don't change the topic. I want to hold him here.
Any of the caliphs.
No, just ignore him. Come on, يا أخي. بالله عليك.
Because I'm not interested in
Okay,
theology.
so now let me tell you.
I come
Well,
here to debate politics.
I'm telling you
that's why
one
I'm
thing
here,
clearly.
Yeah.
The Quran, if the verse, the meaning is clear, you don't need to go to tafsir. Ibn Kathir, sometimes he made mistakes.
So what I'm saying is.
Sometimes he's a human being.
So do you
We
think-
all make
So my
mistakes.
question to you is, do you think Ibn Kathir made a mistake on
The
this
meaning,
verse of
if
his
it's to be
tafsir?
belittled, that meaning is wrong because the
So
verse
you- so
itself,
just for clarity,
the reason you're
so-
paying jizya, let me explain to you.
Okay.
I told you. Let me give you the meaning of the verse. Allah said, chapter 9, verse 29, yeah?
Yes, 929.
9:29. Allah said, قَاتِلُوا الَّذِينَ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. Fight those who does not believe in Allah.
And so.
وَلَا بِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ.
And so you're
And the
saying that
last,
Muslims should-
and the last day. Let me finish. And the last day. And then he said, وَلَا يُحَرِّمُونَ مَا حَرَّمَ اللَّهِ. And they do not make haram which Allah has made haram.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
So halal was just haram.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
وَلَا يَدِينُونَ دِينَ الْحَقِّ.
So my very, very quick question to you. So are you saying, just so I understand what you're saying, the simple meaning
And
of
they
the text
don't
is,
take-
can
they
I
don't
just
take-
want to make
let
sure
me
I understand
finish.
what you're saying.
Let me
Are you
finish.
saying that fight those
Yeah.
that don't believe in Allah?
And the last
And
day.
then and
Last
while-
day.
And the last day, yeah.
Yes.
Yom al
And who does not make haram what Allah has made haram.
Yes.
And also they don't take Islam as a religion.
And so and for those ones,
Yes.
you humble.
No,
Oh,
they
do
do
you-
not take Islam as religion. Fight them or they have to pay jizya.
So-
It doesn't say you pay jizya to be belittled. It
what you're saying is
says
fight
by
them.
rejecting.
So you saying
No,
you
let me
fight
explain
them.
to you. Let me explain to you.
This is meant to be the
No,
positive.
no, let me explain to you. Let me explain to you.
But then I actually wanna make my
no.
video.
If you take only one verse of the Quran, that verse 929,
Yeah.
it's not about Islam. It's not about fighting all the time against Jews, against non-Muslims. Another verse, if you just take one verse of the Quran, you get lost. So let me give you another verse. Chapter 60. No, let me give you another verse. Chapter 60, verse 8. It says Allah tells us, non-Muslims, whether Jews or Christians
Yes.
or atheists, whatever, if they give us peace, we give them peace.
Yeah, yeah.
We do not
But I
fight
thought that
with
was
them.
talking about
So now
states.
the verse
Is that talking
that
about? Is it
that
just,
verse.
just so I understand, because I want to keep up with you, is that I thought that I always understood that was talking about states rather than the citizens of the. So, if a Jew is living under the caliphate,
Yes.
I thought that verse wasn't applying to those. I thought the
No,
verse was talking
no,
about neighbouring
peaceful
states.
is only for Jews as well. Let me give you an example. Let me
Do
give
you
you an
understand what
example.
I'm saying? 'Cause I'm trying to
Yeah,
get clarity. I'm
yeah.
trying to clarify.
It's not about killing Jews.
No, I'm not saying that.
Islam does not teach me
that
to kill
verse-
innocent
is
lives,
that
even if it's a
verse-
Jew man.
I'm literally asking
Okay,
for clarification.
okay.
Is that verse talking about Jews that are living in the caliphate or the states that border a caliphate? So if the Christians living in a state, say the Byzantines, who are sitting next to the caliphate,
Yeah.
if those Christians make a peace treaty with the caliphate,
Yeah.
you don't make war with them. That's how I always
Yeah,
understood
if
the
you
verse.
don't make war against us, Allah is telling us to give you peace.
But what we're talking about are Jews and Christians that are living in the caliphate.
Yes.
And you're saying that verse also applies to the Jews and Christians who are living in the caliphate?
The verse, it says, the context of the verse is, if you don't believe Islam and reject the truth, then you pay jizya. And I told you the reason you pay jizya.
I was talking about the peace. I was talking about when you're making peace with Christians and Jews, not jizya, the other verse.
Anyway.
I'm struggling to keep up with you, but that's probably my fault.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
go
anyway.
away and read, I'll
It's
go away
anyway.
and
Now
read.
you're here.
But
You give me peace. You
my
give me
thing-
peace.
but
Allah is
just-
telling me to give you
just
peace.
If you could really simply, in one sentence,
Yeah.
summarize because the bit I'm not following with you, and I do want to make my video,
Yeah.
is the fight those who don't believe in Allah, because you said
Yes.
the Jews don't believe in
Do you know the
Allah.
context of that verse is what? The people who are fighting against us.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
Not the people who are not
Okay,
fighting
but-
against us. That's
but
why
the
we
Jews-
have dhimmi in Islam. Dhimmi means
dhimmi- the
we,
dhimmi- but the
dhimmi
dhimmi
and
pay-
mu'ahad are
but the
different.
dhimmi- the
In
dhimmi-
Islam, we don't kill dhimmi and
But
mu'ahad.
the Dhimma pay the jizya. That's what I'm saying.
You're-
They're not fighting you. That's the bit I'm not
Yeah,
understanding.
you're not
saying-
fighting with us. You pay jizya. I told you pay jizya because we pay zakah. And I told you last time, do you know who has to pay jizya? I found out jizya who pays are only men, not women, not children. Umar bin al-Khattab, also Prophet commanded us.
If I got the wrong, I
No.
thought I said on camera men.
Yeah.
I thought I said men. I thought I said
Only
men.
men. You never said that.
I thought I did, but anyway, that's
You
fine,
never
that's fine.
clarified.
Okay, if
so
I didn't-
just to clarify
I
you,
always thought
and
it was
also
men.
there's limit for jizya. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was sent Mu'adh to Yemen, and he was asking non-Muslim to pay jizya, and he asked them to pay one dinar.
And then the Christian,
understand now?
there was a Christian tribe, I forgot what
No,
they were
no,
called,
no, no,
who
no,
paid
no.
2
No,
dinar.
let me tell you that one depends on their situation. It's same as Muslims. Muslims,
Actually,
let me tell you,
I do
let me
have to
tell
make
you,
my video
let me
after
tell you.
You hijacked me for like hours and
Let
hours
me
last
tell you
week,
one
please.
thing. Do you know now?
I'm happy
He's a.
to do
Let me
Israel
give you an
and
example.
Palestine,
Let me give you an
that's what I
example. Do you know he's a Muslim? I'm a Muslim. The way he pays zakah and the way I pay zakah, it could be different.
Yes, I know that. I know
So
that.
it's not about being you a Christian or no, this person
you're not
being
paying
a
it to
Jew
be
man.
humble. That's
Do you
the
know?
difference.
It's not to be humble. I told you that one. You
this is- I never
misuse
mistranslated.
the
I never
verse.
mistranslated
You
it.
misuse
I
the
used the
verse.
same translation.
You
I
are
used the same
already.
understanding as Ibn Kathir.
No, Ibn Kathir, that's a mistake. But it
he
doesn't
said
say.
Ibn Kathir's made a
It
mistake,
doesn't
that's
say in
fine,
the
that's
Quran. Allah never said you pay jizya to be belittled.
That-
He said wahum saghirun. You are already.
That's what I
See?
said. I
It's
just
not to be humbled, but
Yes.
while
Why?
they are humbled.
Thank you. See, here the meaning is here. While they are humbled, it's not to be belittled.
And so how
You
you
are
say-
already belittled by rejecting the truth.
And so this is.
You need to get the point.
so-
Happy?
so
I don't hate Jews.
I never said
They
you
have
did.
innocent
I
people.
never said you
They
did.
have innocent people. I've seen them, many of them talking the truth.
What I want just
Yes.
for clarity, just because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows.
Yes.
We don't know. Just,
Yes.
Inshallah, He guides us all to the right
Yes.
path. And so what I'm quite interested is, I would be very nervous to say that someone of the stature, like our equivalent of Ibn Kathir would be
Yeah.
a rabbi called Rashi, as an example.
Yeah.
Is one of the main understandings of how you read the verse of the Torah is via Rashi.
Yeah.
And even if I disagree with Rashi's tafsir,
Yeah.
I would never say he's wrong because I know nothing. And what's interesting is you said Ibn Kathir is wrong, which is that's very
It
strong
can be wrong,
language.
but the meaning wahum saghirun. I just give you the verse clearly, and I give you the context. The context is not to be belittled. The context is rejecting the truth.
Anyway, what I'm going to do is I am going to go away and
You
read
understand?
and try and find some
And let me
tafsir
give you
that
one.
agree with you.
Do you know Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam?
I do want to make my
Do you
video
know
now.
Prophet? Let me give you last one.
You can
Okay,
give
let me
the
give you
last
one last one.
Yes,
Prophet
it's like
sallallahu alaihi
25
wasallam.
minutes.
Do you know Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam had a Jew neighbor?
Yes.
And
yeah.
he was kind to the Prophet, and Prophet was kind to him. Do you know what Aisha said about that Jew man? Aisha asked Prophet, said, Ya Rasulullah, the Jew neighbor brings gift, like and animal sacrificing, the meat.
Yeah.
And Aisha said, Ya Rasulullah, shall I eat that meat, or what shall I do with it? And Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say Bismillah and then eat it. You understand now? That Jew man, guess what? Prophet, when he was passing away, that Jew man used to owe money Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Prophet, that Jew man had, and you know, what is it called? And what is it called? And what is it called? Deposit or whatever. Yeah, deposit. What is that called? Arbun in English. I forgot the word. What do you call the word? And is that and deposit? You pay arbun. Do you know arbun?
Arbun.
Well, rahan. What's rahan in English? What's rahan? Maroon rahan. Do you know rahan? What's it called? Okay, let me tell you. Rahan is. Let me explain to you. Basically, rahan is. I don't know. It's like a deposit, kind of deposit. Basically, it's like Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He borrowed money from that Jew man, and then Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam never had anything, and then Prophet gave him something else until he gives him back what he took from the Jew man, and then Prophet died until the Jew man had what Prophet gave him until he gives back what he gave him, in order to trust him. It's called rahan. I don't know in English. So the context is not about killing whenever you see a Jew man. I don't believe. I'm against that.
As an example,
I'm against that. Do you know Islam? Do you know Islam? Do you know Islam? We respect the prophets of Israel.
I know that.
So don't say Muslims hate Jews or Israelites.
I just really want to clarify.
We believe Israelites are the chosen ones.
You've clearly never listened to many of
Okay.
Okay. Well, I have no issue with Islam.
Yeah.
I have no issue with Muslims.
Yeah.
I only talk about things which have negatively impacted my community.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's through an incorrect tafsir or a correct tafsir, Jews have been persecuted under different khilafah, just like Muslims have been persecuted.
That one, the context is the Jews started fighting against Muslims.
I listen to everything you say.
Okay.
But as an example, one of the examples I give, which many Muslims don't know, there was one of the Sahaba who wasn't Muslim. He was Jewish. He was called Rabbi Mukhayri. I think that's his name. And he founded the first Islamic waqf. So the first waqf was actually bankrolled by a Jew he went to war with Muhammad.
Was he a Muslim?
No, he went to war with Muhammad, but he never abandoned his faith. There is some.
What war? Tell me, like what war?
By
I think you're getting wrong information.
In English, it's
Endorsement.
So,
Rahan. You mean Rahan? In Arabic it's Rahan. I don't know what it's called.
If you Google Mukhayri,
Yeah.
Google him, go away. I'm going to read your tafsir to support you.
Yeah.
I would encourage you to read about a rabbi called Mukhayri who was best friends with the Prophet Muhammad and never abandoned his faith. He remained a Jew.
What, in like what battle? So I can find out.
Let me, I'll have to Google it. And then I'm going to do Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
That's like why I'm here. But I don't have an issue
But
with it.
I'm just telling you, forget about believing Muslims hate Jews or
I've
Israelites.
never said that.
No way.
Literally, I've got videos on my channel promoting peace between Jews and Muslims. That's not
No,
my...
I have no problems. But of course, even if he's a Muslim person and he's making problems, of course I would stay away from him. Same as Israelites or Jews. Islam does not ask us to support a Muslim person who is doing bad things. We have to hate any action which is bad. Kafala. Oh, no, Rahan.
It was the
It's the item you give out until you return back. It's something value basically. That's Rahan.
Just for the cameras.
Okay.
This is Rabbi Mukhayri. You can get him on Wikipedia.
No, Wikipedia.
No, you go away and read these Islamic
No,
sources.
this is wrong. I'm telling you now.
You've never.
No, this is wrong. Wikipedia is not a sources.
Just read.
It's not a source.
Why? Okay, this is just.
It's Wikipedia.
I've
There's no
never read the
reference.
Wikipedia.
It's a false sources. It's false sources.
Let's see what you want to say.
So this is just
It's not
Wikipedia.
isn't
It will
reliable.
give you your Islamic sources, and you can go and you can read the Arabic. But Mukhayrik was a wealthy, well-learned, and well-respected rabbi and leader of the Jewish Arab tribe of Thalaba. Thalaba was a notable tribe of the Jews of Medina who had been Arab.
This is someone a hater who wrote this. I'm sure this is nothing like
It's
this.
literally saying that
But I'm
Muhammad
saying
and the
no.
Jews were close. How's that a hater?
Oh
That's
no,
positive.
close. But you saying the man opposite or negative?
No, with Muhammad.
Positive or negative? Oh, okay.
He's with Muhammad
But-
and
but-
he bankrolled the waqf.
Okay.
So I'm saying
The battle of what?
Uhud.
Uhud.
So I'm giving you
I
an
don't think-
example.
This is not real.
I'm giving you
Anyways,
an example. Just
okay,
before
doesn't
you
matter.
reject
You
it.
can speak,
The
okay.
example is
Okay.
Muhammad being best friends friends with a Jew who remained
Yes.
a Jew, and the Jew was so close that he bankrolled the first Islamic waqf. So one of the first Islamic charities was funded by a Jew who was best friends with Muhammad, who went to battle with Muhammad.
Okay. Now I
went to
get
battle
you.
with
Now I
Muhammad.
get what you mean. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
side by side,
Yeah,
on the same side.
I thought you was talking about negative. Now,
No,
yeah.
no, positive. That's
Oh,
like,
no.
why are you fighting
Yeah,
this?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
a good example. Of
Oh,
Jewish-
okay, yeah.
So-
No, I agree with you. That is real.
what-
About the well, yeah.
Yeah, what many people
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
understand
no.
with what I debate
No,
is,
okay,
I will
yeah.
give an example
Oh, okay.
from like...
No, from
when
my
Muhammad-
perspective,
from
I
this-
thought you hate Islam.
So no, I don't hate Islam. So my thing is,
Okay,
imagine you're Muslim, but imagine that Judaism came after,
Yeah.
and there were stories of your prophet
Yeah.
that was good and bad to my people.
Yeah.
Sorry, the other way. Of my prophet that was good and bad to your people.
Yeah.
You would look at the good and the bad, and that's what I tried to do. I
Yeah.
say, here's an example of Muhammad treating the Jews very well.
Yeah.
So much so that a Jew was willing to go to war and fight
Yeah.
alongside Muhammad and give his money to Muslim causes, like to help the Muslim poor, to support Muslims.
Okay.
As I'm sure he supported his own people as well. That's a positive. But then I look at, like, say for instance, the battle where Muhammad commanded the killing of the boys and the men, and he said that you could behead them according to the Sirah of Ibn Ishaq, which may be wrong. I don't want to go into that debate.
Okay.
But I will look at both of those and say, here's good, here's bad, because
Yeah.
I'm not Muslim, and
No,
so I can.
let me tell you one thing.
But then I do want to do
No,
Israel
let me
and
tell you.
Palestine.
Let me tell you one thing.
Okay.
Everywhere in the world now,
Yeah.
it's not about Jews and Muslims. Even within Jews have problems. Within Muslims have problems.
Yes, I agree.
It's not about. Isn't about religion all the time. It's about politics sometimes. Now Netanyahu, some Israelites don't like him.
Many. I mean, they were protesting.
Are you one of them?
I, in between both camps.
See,
Yeah.
see, that's
So
what
in
I'm
the middle.
saying. So now is Muslims and Israelis can have problems.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they hate one another.
I don't think so. This is the thing. I don't
Sir,
think
you understand now?
Okay,
It's
I-
not just
but
when
I
we're
never-
having problems.
If anyone's ever watched my videos, like
Yeah.
actually, my videos
Oh,
rather than the
okay,
Dow
okay.
channels,
Yeah.
you'll find videos where, for instance, Paul Williams. I've made videos
okay.
with Paul showing the commonalities between our faith, promoting peace between us.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
the only time I talk about Islam
Yeah.
is either if it's positive for the Jewish people or negative for the Jewish people. Otherwise, I'm happy for
But
everyone.
even us now, we have negatives from Jews and we have positives from the
Exactly,
Jews.
exactly.
It's same as
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
What apply?
And you talk
What you
about the negatives
applying?
and positives.
What you applying Muslims also applies to
Exactly,
Israelites.
I agree.
Do you understand
I
now?
agree. I completely
Yeah,
agree.
it's just we
There's
need.
no issue there.
Yeah, no, just all I'm saying. But my religion,
this is what-
I'm saying Muslims we have bad people.
And this is-
Jews have bad people, good people.
And this is what you kind of missed in our debate last week. What I was
yeah.
trying to say is, I am as critical of Judaism
Yeah.
as I am of Islam. I'm as critical
okay.
of Jews
Yeah.
as I am of Muslims.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things you struggle with. When I said I'm against slavery,
Okay, one point.
you were like,
No.
okay, that's blasphemy.
Yeah, no,
for us
no.
it's not, but for you it is.
No, for you, no. According to your book, it's blasphemy.
No, it's a blasphemy for us has very
For you, it's
particular
blasphemy. You blaspheme.
Blasphemy
You
is
done blasphemy to God
related to for instance,
because you condemned.
But I
By condemning it, by condemning what God said, you did blasphemy. And let me finish one thing. Islam, the only religion encourages to free slaves is Islam.
so
There's no another religion.
They literally we read
In
a
Islam,
verse
it says
last-
even if you hit them, you have to free them.
In our last
Do you know
verse-
one guy slapped one man,
Judaism.
a boy slapped his dad's slave, and Prophet ﷺ said, free her.
Just you said about Islam.
Is in Sahih Muslim,
Judaism is
in
also the
Sahih
same.
Muslim, hadith number 16, verse 50, and hadith number 16, 58.
Yeah, so Judaism and Islam,
Yeah.
so listen, 'cause
Yeah.
rather than arguing with what I'm not saying,
Okay.
you can argue with what I'm saying.
Okay.
Both Judaism and Islam teach you to treat your slaves, if you have a slave, very
Yeah.
well, and the ideal is to set them free.
Yeah.
Judaism says
And
the
do you
same.
know in Islam-
2 minutes, let me
Yeah,
just
okay,
finish.
that's
Let me just
Judaism
finish and then you
say,
can
okay.
disagree. Both of them say that you should set them free. However, both permit slavery. So what I'm saying is, I am against slavery. If I were to say, I could even, as an example, bacon. I really want to eat bacon. Before I was religious, I had bacon. It's
Yeah.
tasty. I became religious. I've never eaten bacon since.
Okay.
Me saying that eating bacon or not eating bacon isn't a moral thing. Like, it's not good or bad. It's just forbidden. I can say I like the taste of bacon. I wish I could eat bacon. But it's haram for me now. I
Yes.
cannot eat it. Whatever I think, whatever I
Okay.
want, however strongly.
Okay, there's
And with
Torah.
slavery-
There's Torah say if you free a slave, because of that, God forbids you from hell. In Islam, it says if you
Judaism
free.
never talks about, the Torah doesn't talk about hell.
In Islam, Prophet told us if you free a slave, every part of your body, Allah will free you from hell.
And that's a beautiful teaching.
Sahih Muslim, hadith number 1509, chapter 20, freeing the slaves.
So Judaism has the same concept. We don't talk about hell because the Torah never talks about hell.
Oh, yeah.
So if you read it, hell doesn't come up at
So
all.
anyways, I made clear everything.
So genuinely
No, I made
will go
clear
away-
everything
I
now.
will genuinely go away and read and see like my tafsir and support. And what would be really helpful for me if you can find caliphates which also apply the law as you're suggesting.
Yeah, it's
But
all
look,
is the same.
We are
All is the same.
All of us are looking for haq.
Yeah.
And I believe all of us in our hearts want peace.
Yeah. And I told you,
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows what's in our
Torah,
hearts, and inshallah He guides us all to the right path.
Yeah, okay. In Torah, also Judaism, the prophets of Torah, also they used to ask people to try to contribute jizya in Torah. I can give you many verses. Jizya, or killing children, infant, babies. Last time he was accusing me about that. If you read one example, 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 3, God of the Bible commanded Amalekites, to be killed, infants, children, babies, and monkeys, cattle, sheep, camels. In Islam, it doesn't say kill. In Islam, prophets forbade us, women to be killed in the battle, children, to not burn someone, to not cut the trees. See, Islam is beautiful. Islam is beautiful. Anyways, thank you. Anyways, I just wanted to make things clear. No problem. No, all of us. Thank you so much. No hate.
There's no hate.
I'm okay with everyone. As long you give me peaceful, you give others peaceful, then I have no problems with you.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, that's all.
Exactly
Yeah?
the same.
Wrapping up.
And now if anybody
Yeah.
has the courage to speak Israel and
Yeah.
Palestine, I'd be happy.
Anyways, I just wanted to correct him about many things which we discussed about, and we discussed about it last week. So he thought, and we pay, the non-Muslims pay jizya to be belittled. And I told him the reason is not to be belittled. The reason Allah said, وَهُمْ صَاغِرُونَ, they are already belittled by rejecting the truth. It's not about giving jizya to be belittled. In order them to be belittled, they don't have to pay jizya. So he misunderstood. And also he thought Islam mistreats slaves. But Prophet ﷺ encourages us to free slaves. That's what Prophet ﷺ said in Sahih Muslim chapter 20, and freeing a slave, hadith number 1509. Prophet ﷺ said, if you free a slave, every limb of him, Allah will free you from hell, every limb of yours. So that's clear. Islam does not support us to enslave, but Islam encourages us to free slaves. And there is another hadith, Prophet ﷺ, and in Sahih Muslim again, and Sahih Bukhari, I think, or Sahih Muslim. Prophet ﷺ, there was a guy who had 7 children, and one of his children slapped his his dad's father's slaves, and Prophet ﷺ, his father's slave, and Prophet ﷺ said, free her. And then that man, same person, he seen an old man slapping his slave. And then he said, Prophet ﷺ, one of our brothers slapped our father's slave, and Prophet asked, free her. And now you're not even freeing her. He was surprised, the man, he did not free the old man, his slave. And that the guy was Suwaid ibn Muqarrin. I think his name is like that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Talks about